Good day everyone. So today we will be discussing about typical and atypical development among children. Every child grows and learns in their own unique way, making it important for adults to understand the different paths of development they may take. Understanding typical and atypical development among children is crucial for parents, teachers, and caregivers. It helps identify children's needs early, allowing for timely supports and interventions. Recognizing different patterns of development also promotes inclusivity, ensures that every child receives appropriate opportunities to grow, and fosters a nurturing environment where all children can thrive. So what is the difference between typical and atypical development among children?
So typical is the natural progression of the skills and behaviors in children that follows the expected milestones for their age group. While atypical is a pattern of growth in children that significantly differs from typical milestones, often involving delays or unusual behaviors in areas like communications, motor skills, or social interaction.
So in this chapter, we'll be tackling the milestone, theories, and the case studies related in this topic. So now for the milestone chart, I'll give the floor to Ms. Bea Marie Torion.
Okay, now let's proceed to the milestone chart. First is infancy. Infancy, birth to 2 years, is a vital stage of rapid growth that shapes future development. Milestones during this time are key to a child growth and later skills.
So now we have here the infancy typical and atypical development among children under the 4 domains.
Next is early childhood. Early childhood, 3 to 8 years old, is a stage of slow growth and rapid development where child explore and learn through interaction with those around them.
So now we have here the early childhood typical and atypical development among children under the 4 domains.
Next is middle childhood. 9 to 11 years is marked by increased independence, stronger friendships, and greater responsibility. Children become more aware of their bodies and face challenges in schoolwork and social relationships.
For the middle childhood, we have here the typical and the atypical development among children under the 4 domains.
Last is adolescence. 12 to 18 years marked the onset and completion of puberty, with teens becoming more vocal about their opinions as they develop their unique personalities. This stage involves increased independence, but peer pressure also becomes prominent, making guidance from parents essential.
So now we have here the adolescence typical and atypical development among children under the 4 domains. For the theories of development, I'll give the floor now to Ms. Sheila G. Loriente.
Let's proceed to the theories of child development by Eric Erikson, Piaget, Vygotsky, and Bandura. For Eric Erikson's psychosocial theory, there are eight stages. First, trust versus mistrust, autonomy versus shame or doubt, initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority, identity versus role confusion, intimacy versus isolation, generativity versus stagnation, and lastly, the integrity versus despair. And for the Piaget's cognitive development theory, there are 4 stages of cognitive development: sensory-motor stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage, and formal operational stage. And for the Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, there are 3 sociocultural theory: zone of proximal development or ZPD, scaffolding, and cultural tools and language. And for Bandura's social learning theory, there are 4: attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation.
So for your further understanding, we'll be presenting here 2 case studies, demonstrating both typical and atypical development in any of the stages.
In conclusion, understanding developmental milestones is essential for educators, parents, and caregivers to effectively support children's growth. By recognizing where a child stands in their cognitive, emotional, and social development, adults can tailor their approach to meet the child's specific needs. Educators can decide appropriate learning activities and offer targeted guidance, while parents can create a supportive environment that fosters confidence and emotional well-being. Knowledge of these milestones also enables adults to model positive behaviors and provide necessary interventions, ensuring children receive the right level of support at each stage. Overall, this understanding allows for a more personalized, nurturing approach that promotes healthy development and helps children thrive.
That's all. Thank you for watching. Bye!